Issue 8, Stormbringer magazine. Just how important is the Lord Imperator? Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games, and today we're going to be reviewing Stormbringer, Issue 8, the Lord Imperator. Now, it comes with some fluff on the Lord Imperator himself, including his little Griffhound, which is the creature you see there. It also gives you a guide to undercoating and some more movement rules and teaching you the actual game. Now, the Lord Imperator is essentially a Sigmarite general, but he's a general that leads from the front. So this character actually commands vast armies, but in the actual midst of them. So he's not behind the lines, he's there mucking in with the rest of the troops. You have, of course, a little trait table here as well, so his little Griffhound will kind of act on its own with it, which is kind of interesting. You have the usual how to build guide, and it goes into certain techniques in painting. So basically how to hold your brush, how to dip it, wash it, base it, even bracing the brush with concurrent in terms of your wrists together, your wrists on the table or the fingers on the model. So again, small little baby steps, but very good if this is your first time going into the actual hobby. Of course, it goes into kind of undercoating as well, and it goes into different aspects with the paints that you have there. It goes into some movement rules, and it gives you a little scenario which is take and hold, in which you're trying to fight a load of Hopgrats and the Cruel Boys. And of course, it goes through the different aspects. You have the war scrolls for the characters, and it has the kind of the summation there at the end. As for the minis themselves, they are exceptionally nice. Now, we're just going to zoom in on it. Now, the Lord Imperator was... he was quite a fun mini to build, and he came out quite well. So there was very little difficulty in putting this character together. There is... like I said, there's a bit to him, but he's a model that really does stand out, especially with that big halo around his head, and I had fun building and painting him. He has, of course, a kind of a Griffhound here, which is adorning his shoulders, along with a load of feathers, so I guess that does kind of mark his rank, which I do find it interesting, given that his pet Griffhound here is, you know, looking at his fellow up there on the shoulder, but nevertheless is happy to do what he's told. This was kind of, I used a Corax white to just base this with, and kind of then coloured the rest of it. But white, as always, is a kind of a scary colour to work with, but you can paint Griffhounds in multitudes of colours. So if white is not what you want to do it with, you can always use something like a more stead base form, like say, XV87, I think, which is the kind of the Tau color, or even Jacaro orange, or something like that. But as for the character himself, quite a nice build, put together very well, and quite enjoyable, and something that I'm quite happy to have in my collection. I opted to paint his hair grey, because if he's a senior strategist, he's probably gone white from all the stress, rather than the kind of the kind of brown-haired kind of version that was in the magazine. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was Issue 8. As always, if you enjoy these little videos, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and stay tuned for Issue 9, which is upcoming.